What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I know I'm dressed like a John Cena geek, a John Cena nerd, but guess what? John Cena is officially hosting WrestleMania 42, and this is my way to commemorate it. We did this one last month. I'm going to make it a monthly series. We're doing it again just before WrestleMania, and we're going to do it again after WrestleMania because it's a video that you guys seem to enjoy. It's a video I enjoy making, and things are just constantly changing around here. In today's video, I'm going to be predicting who is going to dethrone every current WWE champion and when. That's my own little twist that I kind of put on this thing is I tried to predict when they are going to lose their title as well as to who. So in this video, we're going to look at my past predictions. We're going to see if I was right or wrong in terms of if the titles changed hands from the last video. We're going to take the current champions. We're going to predict who I think is going to dethrone them next and when I think it's going to happen. So if you enjoy this video and more wrestling content like it, please give me a subscribe, tap the little bell for notifications because I will be back every single week with a brand new video. Let's get to predicting. Let's start off with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, and these things have changed hands. In the last video, the champions were Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, and I predicted they were going to lose the titles to the Bella Twins at WrestleMania. I, of course, was wrong in that because now Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are no longer the Women's Tag Team Champions. They were dethroned by the current Women's Tag Team Champions, Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on this because I am going to hold strong in my prediction. I'm going to say the Bella Twins win the Women's Tag Team Championships from the Irresistible Forces. And we already have a major fatal four-way match for the tag team titles announced for WrestleMania. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick to my guns. They're losing the titles at WrestleMania. I really just don't see the point in bringing Nikki and Brie back if we're not going to put them in the women's tag team scene and have them win the women's tag team titles. Just doesn't make sense to me. Let's move on to the men's tag team titles, and we have the World Tag Team Championships on Monday Night Raw. These things just went on the move. In the last video, the champions were Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, and I predicted they were going to lose the championships to the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory, at WrestleMania. And I was correct partially in that prediction. They just lost the titles just yesterday, as of the recording of this video, to Logan Paul and Austin Theory. It was not at WrestleMania, but they lost them on Monday Night Raw. And this kind of throws my prediction up in the air because when I was putting together this video, the Usos were still the champions, and I predicted Logan Paul and Austin Theory to dethrone them still. Now I got to figure out who's going to dethrone Austin Theory and Logan Paul. And honestly, man, it's take your pick. It's honestly take your pick. I mean, who is there right now in the Raw tag team division? I mean, you could throw it back to the Usos. Alpha Academy's not really involved much. No one knows where the Creed brothers went. Xavier Woods is injured out of the New Day. So it's like, who the heck even is there to dethrone these guys? Guys, I have absolutely no clue. I'm just going to say that the Usos win back the tag team titles. It's genuinely a coin toss. Anybody could beat these guys for the tag team titles. I have no idea where this could possibly be going. And I think they're going to drop the titles, let's say at Backlash. I don't know, because I think they're going to do a six-man tag with LA Knight and iShow Speed at WrestleMania. At least that's what it seems like they're going to be doing. So I don't think they're going to do a rematch of this match at WrestleMania. But maybe they'll lose the titles back to the Usos at Backlash. Who the heck knows? On to the WWE Tag Team Championships. And guess what? These ones have also changed hands. In the last video, the champions were the MFTs, and they had just won the championships not that long ago. And I predicted they were just going to lose the titles back to the Wyatt Six because that feud was happening, and I didn't really see any other way forward or any other tag team that was going to possibly dethrone them. And I was incorrect entirely. The MFTs did lose the championships, but they lost it to the team of Damian Priest and R-Truth. I don't know what is happening with WWE's tag team division, but on all brands, because this is all just chaotic. Because now I got to sit here and think who's going to dethrone R-Truth and Damian Priest. This was kind of hard to think about because similarly to the Raw tag team division, there's not really much set up right now for these guys. But you know what? I'm going to predict that the men to dethrone R-Truth and Damian Priest will be the Motor City Machine Guns. Look, they're doing this storyline with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano right now. They're kind of doing this almost ascension storyline. And historically with WWE, that kind of means that they're almost in line for a push whenever they do like this dissension storyline, this struggle storyline. So I think the Motor City Machine Guns might be on their way to not only a push, but potentially a heel turn and forming a faction with Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. Who knows? And if they turn heel, I could especially see them being foils to R-Truth and Damian Priest and dethroning them of the titles. In terms of when they're going to do this, again, it's a coin toss. I'm going to say it's on a SmackDown after WrestleMania, but before Backlash. I'm going to say it's in that in between area, somewhere between WrestleMania and Backlash on SmackDown. The Motor City Machine Guns are going to win the titles. Those are my predictions. Let's talk about the Women's Intercontinental Championship. In the last video, the champion was Becky Lynch, and I predicted she was going to lose the championship to AJ Lee at Elimination Chamber. And lo and behold, we have a winner. AJ Lee dethroned Becky Lynch at Elimination Chamber. This is the first one I got exactly right. But I mean, come on, I think everyone with a brain saw that one coming. So I can't really give myself too much credit, but hey, a point's a point. Now, logic would dictate that AJ Lee would just drop the title back to Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. I think that would be the safe prediction. But why the hell would I go with the safe prediction? I'm going to go outside the box here. Hear me out now. Now, I know people are like, hey, AJ Lee shouldn't hold the title past WrestleMania. She's part-time, this, that, and the other. I agree with you. But hear me out for a second. WWE is in love with mid-card title open challenges right now. I mean, they're doing them left, right, and center. Carmelo Hayes was doing it. Penta's doing it now. And AJ Lee she didn't do an open challenge. Bayley became number one contender. So I guess that wasn't an open challenge. But AJ is eager to defend the title. I think that she's going to retain against Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. And then on the Raw after WrestleMania, she is going to issue an open challenge. And this may be a bold ass prediction, but I'm going to say the person to answer it is the newest main roster call up, Blake Monroe. And she beats AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, almost mimicking the Paige Divas Championship win, where she comes up from NXT and just wins the title immediately from AJ Lee. I think it would be a star-making moment for her in her arrival on the main roster, and I think Blake Monroe's the perfect heel to do it. Now, Blake Monroe is kind of a name I just pulled out of nowhere. It was somebody that I thought was ready for a main roster call-up and could potentially fit the bill. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm right about the execution, but wrong about the superstar to do it. And hey, if I end up being right about the execution, just wrong about the superstar, I think we should all agree right now I should get some partial credit, because that is an out of the box prediction. So I'm going to say AJ Lee drops the Intercontinental Championship to Blake Monroe on the Raw after WrestleMania. Next up, guys, let's talk about the Men's Intercontinental Championship, currently held by Penta. In the last video, the champion was Dominic Mysterio, and I predicted that he would be dethroned by Penta on Monday Night Raw, and lo and behold, we got another one correct, ladies and gentlemen. Penta is your new Intercontinental Champion. And this is kind of apropos because he just announced a ladder match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship, and the man that I predicted to dethrone him is actually in that ladder match. I predict that he is going to be dethroned by Javon Evans. Now, the question is, do I think Javon is going to win it at WrestleMania, or is he going to win it sometime after WrestleMania? And I look at the state of WrestleMania right now. I see Trick Williams challenging for the U.S. title. I see Obafemi going up against Brock. I see Javon now in the IC title ladder match. I think this would be a great opportunity for WWE to have this be a Mania where you just crown the next generation. I think that's one hell of a way to turn this kind of mediocre WrestleMania into something that is truly, to take a line from Triple H, a new era. I'm so sorry. I'll never do that again. I'm just going to say that Javon Evans wins the title at WrestleMania because Penta can be protected in that way. He doesn't need to get pinned. Javon just climbs the ladder and takes the title. I think Javon Evans is going to get crowned at WrestleMania. Let's talk about the Women's United States Championship. In the last video, the champion was Julia. And Julia still is the Women's United States Champion. She hasn't lost it. Now, when I made these predictions, Julia was set for a women's U.S. title defense against Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown. But that match didn't even turn into a U.S. title match. They kind of decided, screw it, it's not for the title anymore. And it was just a normal singles match. In the last video, I predicted Kiana James might be the one to dethrone Julia in the distant future. But I'm changing my tune here. I think that Tiffany Stratton is going to win the Women's United States Championship. I think it's only a matter of time. It didn't happen on SmackDown, but I think it's going to happen at WrestleMania. I wouldn't be surprised now that I said that if it's just going to be like the SmackDown go home before WrestleMania, because Triple H don't want to put this title on Mania. Let's be honest. But yes, Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania is my official pick. Ladies and gents, let's talk about the Men's United States Championship. Whew, this is a touchy subject right now, isn't it? In the last video, the champion was Carmelo Hayes, and I predicted that he would lose that championship on the SmackDown before WrestleMania to Trick Williams. And I was incorrect. You guys would have loved that, wouldn't you? But no. Instead, we got Sami Zayn dethroning Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown. Yeah. So Sami Zayn is your new United States champion. Cool. Look, I'm not here to complain about that. That's not what this video is about. This video is about predicting who is going to dethrone Sami Zayn. So let's talk about that. I'm going to stick to what I was saying about Javon. I think Sami Zayn loses the title to Trick Williams. And I think he loses it at WrestleMania. At least I hope so, because ain't nobody want to see Sami Zayn hold that title longer than Mania. They don't even want to be seeing him hold it right now. So sucks that Carmelo Hayes got sacrificed for this, a feud that didn't need a U.S. title. Or if you're going to make it a triple threat match eventually, Carmelo could have easily walked in as the champion. Yeah, they did Carmelo dirty. I'll admit that. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about the WWE Women's Championship. In the last video, the champion was and still is Jade Cargill. She has not lost the title. This is one of the few titles that I think actually hasn't had any movement since the last video, which is strange. It's crazy that all the titles are just changing hands right before WrestleMania. In the last video, I made a bold prediction that Alexa Bliss would win the Elimination Chamber and go on to defeat Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Well, actually, the intent was a triple threat between Charlotte, Alexa, and Jade, and Alexa wins the title at Mania. But nonetheless, that is not happening. So we can throw that prediction out the window because I have a new one. And yes, it's kind of the obvious, simple choice. I am going with Rhea Ripley to dethrone Jade Cargill. I think it's been a long time since Rhea Ripley has held a world championship, and I think Jade Cargill's title reign hasn't necessarily gone to plan. And I think it's easy. I think right here you just crown Rhea Ripley, you start fresh. So yes, I'm going to say Rhea Ripley wins the championship, and I think she's going to do it at WrestleMania. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Women's World Championship. I'm going to keep this one relatively short. In the last video, the champion was and still is Stephanie Vaquer. I predicted that she's going to lose the title to Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. I am not changing my tune. I am sticking firmly to that. I think Liv Morgan is going to dethrone Stephanie Vaquer at WrestleMania. Now let's talk about the Men's World Heavyweight Championship, and I'm not going to change my tune much on this one either, so we'll go through this one pretty quick. In the last video, the champion was and still is CM Punk. I predicted in the last video that he would get dethroned at WrestleMania by Roman Reigns. I am sticking to that. I believe that is still the case. I think Roman Reigns is dethroning CM Punk at WrestleMania. Now let's talk about the WWE Championship, because this one was also on the move in the last video. In the last video, the champion was Drew McIntyre, and I predicted he was going to just lose the title back to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I was incorrect in one regard. They didn't wait till WrestleMania, but Cody Rhodes did win back the WWE Championship on SmackDown, so I do get partial points for that one. And I'm going to keep this one short and sweet as well. I think we all know where we're going with this. I think Cody Rhodes is going to be dethroned at WrestleMania by Randy Orton. Well, guys, those are my predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below of who's going to dethrone every current WWE champion. I will be back next month, in the month of April, sometime after WrestleMania, to do this video again, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of movement after WrestleMania. But until then, I will see you in the next video.